Well, as Alzheimer's Awareness Month comes to an end, concerning trends related to the disease are staying top of mind for medical professionals and lawmakers alike.
And now one of our fellow Midwest states is taking the lead on improving care for Alzheimer's patients with a first-of-its-kind law headed to its governor's desk. KIMT News 3's Anthony Monzon joins us live with a look at our nearby state taking some action, huh, Anthony?
That's right, Katie and George. You know, as we begin discussing Alzheimer's here, we're fully aware so many of our viewers at home are likely familiar with the challenges of caring for someone with Alzheimer's, and many more may have cared for someone with Alzheimer's without even knowing it, because so many folks are not yet able to get a diagnosis. Now, one of those so familiar with that hardship is the Lieutenant Governor of Illinois. She herself, Juliana Stratton, has led not by title, but with her heart to make a real impact for those in need of care.
I love talking about my mom, Velma. She was a beautiful woman inside and out.
Velma Wiggins was a lifelong educator in Illinois, also the mother of Juliana Stratton, now the Lieutenant Governor of the state. Wiggins lived with her daughter for more than a decade before her passing, during which time the future lieutenant governor was surprised to be approached by a family member about having her mother evaluated for Alzheimer's disease, leading to a formal diagnosis.
My mother had been living with me and my family, and none of us saw the signs because maybe she was so close.
Wiggins regularly visited her doctors, Stratton says, and they too missed the signs of Alzheimer's. Nevertheless, years of caregiving remained ahead for Stratton, a truly eye-opening experience.
It was really the greatest honor of my life to care for her after she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I'd do it again if I could, of course. But I also recognized that it was challenging being a caregiver. You know, you look at your parents and you want them to always be those strong people that you have known throughout your life, the ones who cared for you. And when those tables are turned and you have to care for them, it can be very stressful.
The challenges of diagnosing and caring for those with Alzheimer's were yet more lessons the former educator passed on to her daughter, ones that would stay with her all the way to the Illinois State House, with Stratton leading the charge in passing a first-of-its-kind bill requiring continuing education on Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia for nearly all healthcare professionals who interact with patients 26 and older.
Even though there's no cure, there's some things that can happen when you have a diagnosis. First of all, if it's earlier, the person can have greater input to their own healthcare plan. Secondly, as I've mentioned, the families can have more time to kind of plan financially and otherwise. Who's going to do what and how are we going to pay for it? And then sometimes people, if it's early enough, can also participate in clinical trials.
That bill has now passed both houses of the Illinois legislature and heads to Governor Pritzker's desk to be signed into law, but it remains an open question as to whether other states, including Minnesota, will follow suit, with the Lieutenant Governors Association, all members pledging to do everything they can to fight Alzheimer's. We reached out to Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor, but did not receive a response at the time the story aired. Katie, George?
All right. Thank you, Anthony. And for more information about how to identify the signs of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia, you can find this story at KIMT.com.